WJHL-TV 11, Johnson City, Kingsport, Bristol.
From the best news operation in Tennessee with Al Clench, Holly Thompson, meteorologist Mark Reynolds, and Kenny Hawkins, this is Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for Eyewitness News at 6.
Enjoy this beautiful weather while it lasts. Meteorologist Mark Reynolds says it could be coming to an end. Mark's here with our first look at weather.
Well, it certainly is true. We're holding at 68 right now for the rest of tonight. Looks pretty good overnight low in the 40s, 43. But by tomorrow night and Saturday, we could be looking at around the severe weather. We'll have more on that coming in later on.
All right.
Okay, Mark, thanks.
Thanks, Mark. Gunshots that rang out in the Bloomingdale community of Sullivan County have forever changed a family and an entire neighborhood.
Eyewitness News senior reporter Jay Siltzer is in the newsroom now with the latest information on last night's commotion. Jay, do we know the cause of all this?
Yeah, Al, we do. It appears to be another case of domestic violence, ending in tragedy. A recent reconciliation between a retired soldier and his wife turned to gunfire inside their Bloomingdale home Wednesday night.
It's just a domestic type situation that went totally bad.
Around 9:30, authorities say 39-year-old Roger David Pearson picked up a .223 caliber rifle and wounded his wife Linda before killing himself. Pearson's 12-year-old stepdaughter called 911, while his 10-year-old stepdaughter ran to a neighbor's home for help. A stepfather is dead, a mother clings to life. Amid all the tragedy, this Bloomingdale community comes together for two surviving daughters.
My wife and I have just reached out to the children and trying to help them as we can. Teachers from the school have been here, bringing clothes for the children.
Sheriff's deputies previously responded to domestic disturbances at the home. Friends say Pearson never adjusted to civilian life and never recovered from the death of his infant child a few years ago. Whatever the case, the sheriff knows this suicide could well have been a murder-suicide. And there is some good news tonight. Linda Pearson has been upgraded, Al, to good condition.
Jay, we understand, though, that alcohol was a factor in this commotion last night?
It certainly was. Police say it was definitely involved, a lot of alcohol. But what's interesting, they won't pinpoint who is using it. Al?
Jay Siltzer in the newsroom tonight. Thank you.
Okay.
The parents of one of the 6 Kentuckians accused of murdering 3 members of an East Tennessee family last month are going before the camera for the first time tonight. Eyewitness News reporter Sharon Lichter talked to the parents of a young man who could be sentenced to death if convicted of the crimes.
To the media and to the public, he is known as Edward Mullins, one of 6 suspects accused of murdering Vidar, Delphina, and Tabitha Lilylid on April 6th in Greene County. But to his parents, Randy and Anna Mullins, he is Dean, a 19-year-old who played Little League as a child, loved animals, and went to church every Sunday.
He would do anything for anyone. He was loving, sweet. He'd give you the last penny he had if he knew you wanted it.
Randy Mullins says his son's arrest has been extremely difficult on the family.
It's hard to sleep at night. You worry about it constantly. You can't believe it's true. It's devastating.
The Mullins say that community support in Kentucky has been tremendous. Their pastor, Jerry Bliffen, is coming to visit Dean Friday morning. But even with their own pain, the Mullins say they are mourning the loss of the Lilylids.
I pray for them constantly. I'm sorry that it happened. I pray for the little boy constantly. My sympathies goes out to the family. That's how I feel. I wished it never happened.
Dean Mullins remains in the Greene County Jail where he's awaiting a May 21st preliminary hearing. Until then, Mullins' family members say they'll stand by him and pray for his well-being. Sharon Lichter, Eyewitness News 11, Greene County.
The mother of another suspect in the Greene County murders says her daughter's constitutional rights are being violated. Madonna Wallen, the mother of 18-year-old Natasha Cornett, says she hopes Stanville, Kentucky attorney Eric Kahn is put back on the case. Kahn has sued Greenville Judge James Carter on behalf of Cornett after being kicked off the case for not fulfilling Tennessee paperwork requirements.
Natasha and Eric did have a real good relationship going, and it was, on top of everything else, you know, everything was just like a nightmare anyway. And then when they called and said that Eric was fired, you know, that just broke my heart.
Robert Cupp and Stacy Street have been appointed to represent Natasha Cornett. They were unavailable for comment today. An accused murderer and rapist known to some as Spider-Man will not stand trial after all in Blountville on Monday. In a Sullivan County courtroom today, Bradley Dwayne Osborne and his attorney convinced Judge Phyllis Miller to delay his rape and kidnapping trial until July 14th. Public Defender Steve Wallace said he hasn't had time to properly prepare the case. Osborne is charged with abducting and raping a Bristol woman last fall during a crime spree. He's also accused of killing 2 other women and shooting a lawman. Osborne got the nickname Spider-Man because he once worked for a carnival, setting up rides high above the ground.
The face of local government is changing. Newly elected Johnson City commissioners and school board members were sworn in this afternoon. Incumbent Commissioner Dan Mahoney and newcomer Vance Cheek Jr. took the oath of office on the steps of City Hall. The 4 winners in last week's school board election were also sworn in. The newly elected members of the Johnson City Commission will lead the city into the next century. Eyewitness News political reporter Christine Sorensen talked with former elected officials about how they see the commission's future. Christine is in the newsroom tonight.
Holly, the ousting of Mayor Mickey Carter and the introduction of a new commissioner may seem like a small change, but some say this could shift the balance on the commission.
A look at all of the photos down there.
Running Johnson City is one big business, governed by commissioners, administered by city workers. One former commissioner says he hopes council members will remember their role.
I hope that the commission will do a better job as policymakers and interfere less with the staff. That is, let them do their business and the commission do their business.
Attorney Tom McKee served on the commission for 12 years. He hopes the new commission will bicker less and compromise more. McKee says Johnson City's council manager form of government was originally created to reduce political fighting and improve professionalism.
Our city has been run like a business, and I think that if you look at our position in the area compared to other communities, you can see that that's been real good for the community.
Outgoing Mayor Mickey Carter thinks the role of mayor should be more than ceremonial. She says the city has grown since this form of government was adopted, and it's time to heighten the position of mayor. Carter's not worried it'll become too political.
As we all know, the voters can speak very loudly on what they want, and I don't think that you really have to worry about having an elected mayor, because just as quickly as you're elected, you can be unelected.
Tom McKee says the current form of government works well, as long as commissioners don't micromanage and try to do the city managers' and city employees' jobs. The Johnson City Commissioners will elect a mayor among themselves at their first meeting tonight. Holly.
All right, Christine Sorensen in the newsroom. Thanks.
One of the commissioners who's finishing his 4-year term made claims in our newscast last night that the city is wasting taxpayers' money. Johnson City City Manager John Campbell says government waste is not as bad as some say it is. One commissioner alleged the additional money spent to broadcast commission meetings was wasteful. Campbell says it will allow the city to produce the program itself with its equipment and staff.
With this new personnel, we will be able to offer a number of other meetings on TV that will be available to the public, and it very much goes in line with the City Commission's intent to make sure the public is aware of what's going on in government.
That will include the Planning and Zoning Appeals Commission and possibly school board meetings. Campbell says Freedom Hall, also criticized as wasting money, was created as a civic auditorium. He says the money made from outside entertainment supplements what is primarily a facility for schools. Earnings were down, but the chief executive officer of Tennessee's largest manufacturer says 1996 wasn't so bad. Eastman Chemical Company CEO Ernie Davenport delivered that message to stockholders today. Earnings were down from 1995's record year because of a decrease in prices for PET, a material used to make plastic soft drink bottles. It accounts for about 20% of Eastman sales. Davenport is optimistic about a rebound in '97.
There's the beginning of a comeback, but we have to wait and see how the year plays out before we'll know exactly, whether we're out of the woods yet.
Davenport says Eastman will do whatever it can to improve the performance of the company's stock, which he said was undervalued.
With incidents of violence, drug abuse, and cult worshiping around us, people across the country took time today to reflect and pray for our country. Faculty and students at East Tennessee State University came together to pray for healing in the world. ETSU President Paul Stanton led the group in prayer, followed by enthusiastic amens.
Dear Lord, help us to come together and help us to look for solutions for problems such as substance abuse, such as crime across our nation and across our world. Help us to gain respect one for another of all nations, one for another of all races, one for another of all religious creeds.
Students and faculty also led prayers. They said they're thankful for the freedom to worship in public places like this. The National Day of Prayer is observed on the first Thursday of every May. Folks in Greene County also took a moment to honor the National Day of Prayer. Hundreds of people lined the county courthouse steps and listened to gospel singer Jerry Scott. Local ministers also took part in the ceremony, and members of the Veterans of Foreign Wars held flags in honor of those lost in battle.
Another beautiful day is on tap for the region tomorrow. Then get ready for changes.
Meteorologist Mark Reynolds has details when we come back. But first, today's drawing. Mark.
Thanks, guys, and welcome to the WJHL Valpak Travel Agents International Daily Prize Drawing. Today we have Tracy Taylor from Outer Limits Tumbling. And how are you, Tracy?
I'm fine, thank you, Mark.
Who's your guest here today?
This is Kristen Kendall, and she's a member of my team. She's regional champion, level 9 power tumbler.
All right, what are we drawing for today?
Today we are drawing for 3 free months of tumbling at Outer Limits.
Okay, who's our lucky winner?
Our lucky winner is Jerry Walker from Johnson City, Tennessee.
So, Jerry Walker, you have 11 minutes to call and claim your prize. We're going to have more on the weather right after this.
The average bill weighs less than an ounce, which may not seem like much. But to Carl, who just sprained his back, it sure adds up. Here's one way we can lighten his load. Try a company like 360. They give you the convenience of cellular, paging, and residential long distance all on one bill. Carl figured fewer bills would be okay with everyone. 360 Communications, right down the street.
Thanks. Don't mention it.
Well, if I had money to tell you what to do, I'd go downtown, buy a Ford truck or two. I'm crazy about a Ford truck.
Hurry into your Ford dealer to get $1,000 cash back on a Ford Ranger Flare Side. And for a limited time only, get a CD player at no extra charge.
I'm gonna buy me a Ford truck and cruise it up and down the road.
See your best quality Ford dealer.
In communities all across Tennessee, there is change in the air. Healthcare is changing, and so are we. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Tennessee. Today with more managed care experience. Today with new technology that sends medical information at the speed of light. Hope, health, security. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Tennessee.
Mark Reynolds' forecast has been awarded the seal of approval by the American Meteorological Society.
You needed your sunglasses today, that's for sure.
Yes, you did.
Temperature's nice and warm, but the breeze kicked in. Cooled things off a little bit.
A little bit it did. We saw a cold front move through, brought us some good thunderstorms this morning, scattered about. A lot of lightning out there early this morning, and that cold front and associated showers now well east of us. Looking at a cool night tonight and another nice day most of your day tomorrow.
All right.
Then we'll talk about changes coming our way. We may have another round of severe thunderstorms across both the Ohio and Tennessee Valley as early as tomorrow night. We'll tell you about that. Right now, though, our high temperature up to 70 degrees out at the airport today after a low down to 55 this morning. Normals are 71 and 47 for this time of the year. And we are starting a new month, so we have seen just 15/100ths of an inch of rain officially out at the airport. Big hello tonight to Pastor and Christian, Pat and Christian, also Peggy Starks and Patsy Clark. They're all triplets celebrating 58 years today, and Karen Garston, Queenie Wheeler. Hope you guys had a nice day. Let me show you what's happening now. 68 degrees at our studio, dew point at 36, humidity 31. We have a west wind at 4, but that has been gusting as high as 30 to 35. Pressure at 29.82, and we have seen 7/100ths of an inch of rain with those thunderstorms earlier this morning. Those are now well off to our east. You can still see them blowing up here across southeast Virginia, where they have had reports of 2-inch diameter hail, and also the thunderstorms continuing down to Raleigh-Durham. That system is now exiting the eastern seaboard. And here comes our next weather maker. As early as tomorrow night and Saturday, definitely we're going to find a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity. Some of these storms will become quite severe, we think, by tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening across both the Ohio and Tennessee valleys. 65 right now in Birchleaf, 70 in Chuckey, 73 in Sevierville. Over in Hickory, they're down to 77 now. Asheville at 71. And up in Withville, not too bad, 68 degrees at the readings around the southeast. You can really tell where the warmer air is still being found. The cold front still just to our east. Nice and warm in Fayetteville, 82. Myrtle Beach at 73. 77 now in Birmingham, 68 in Nashville and Louisville at 59 degrees. Radar very quiet in our neck of the woods. We have to go well into North Carolina to find a heavier shower and thunderstorm activity. Again, this is all in association with that cold front. We're still looking at very strong to severe thunderstorms around Raleigh-Durham. These continue to work their way on towards the east and also the southeast as we are watching that cold front now cutting its way from New York all the way down through the eastern seaboard states into the Gulf of Mexico. That system again is pushing eastward, and here comes our next weather maker. This is going to be a very potent storm system, a lot of cold air in association with this, and it'll definitely produce quite a bit of severe weather, we think, for tomorrow night. You can still see the rain shower activity continuing from the plains all the way down through the Texas Panhandle, and again in the east we're still watching the line of very strong thunderstorms now getting ready to approach most of the major metropolitan cities like Philadelphia, New York City, and Boston, and we can still see some very strong to severe thunderstorms over New England later on this evening. Tomorrow, here comes the cold front. We're going to watch our clouds increase with a good deal of shower and thunderstorm activity, and the National Storms Prediction Center is issuing a good swath here, a very likelihood of very strong to severe thunderstorms tomorrow night and Saturday. Here's our forecast now. Tonight, fair and cool down to 43. Then for tomorrow, we're looking at a beautiful start to the day, partly cloudy and mild, a high temperature at 75. Clouds increasing tomorrow night with a good deal of shower and thunderstorm activity down to 57. Some of those storms could be severe. And also into Saturday, still looking at showers and thunderstorms. Some could be severe with a high at 72. Southwest Virginia and eastern Kentucky, sunshine, 75 tomorrow. And watch for rain tomorrow night and Saturday. Western North Carolina looking at a nice day tomorrow with a high temperature of 66. Showers and thunderstorms there tomorrow night and Saturday. Here's our extended outlook. We're going to cool down Sunday. Highs only in the 50s, overnight lows upper 30s to near 40s. So the showers come Saturday, and then we'll see a nice drying trend by Monday.
All right, at least the second half of the weekend shaping up for us.
Yeah, not too bad.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Coming up, we're headed for the high school baseball diamond where players are batting away at the first round of the District 1A playoffs.
Kenny Hawkins will slide in with that and all today's sports in minutes.
Remodel? It's the next best thing to a new house. We do lots of it around here. And when it comes to flooring, I tell my customers, go to GCO. GCO Carpet Outlet. Yep, GCO has better selection and the best price on quality carpet and vinyl I've found. GCO can arrange financing too. Simple. GCO. Can't beat them.
I-81 exit 66 across from Carolina Pottery.
Daytona was a great race. I ran well. I mean, I led the race. I led a lot of laps. And then the old car, something happened to it, but not ODW. Now we're coming to my track, Charlotte. Yes. Who knows? This could possibly be my last race of champions. But I tell you one thing, I'm going to run it that way. Write this down. I'm not through winning at Charlotte yet.
For speed and convenience, Coastal now offers Pay at Pump. Coastal, quality gasolines that cost less.
Attention Cellular One users. If you're driving in Cellular One's large 423 local calling area and you see a news story breaking, dial star 11. You can win a t-shirt and 100 minutes of free Cellular One airtime. Star 11 from Cellular One and WJHL Eyewitness News.
Millions of Americans won't get a good night's sleep tonight. Sleep disorders are emerging as one of the nation's most common hidden health hazards.
They're costing businesses $70 billion a year in medical bills, accidents, and loss of productivity. Tonight, Eyewitness News reporter Sharon Lichter begins our series Searching for Sleep by talking with those who are tired of being tired.
These people have one thing in common. They can't get a good night's sleep. Brian Henry suffers from sleep apnea, a condition where he stops breathing during the night.
I was beginning to fall asleep at work, and when it really got bad was when I was driving down the road one day and almost fell asleep at the wheel. I actually did, for just a moment.
The same thing happened to Jane Snap, who also suffers from sleep apnea.
I heard the sound of screeching tires and brakes, and I had fallen asleep, and I had drifted on the wrong side of the road in the wrong lane, and there was a pickup truck coming toward me.
Donna Weddle suffers from sleep apnea and periodic leg movement syndrome.
I was real restless. I would be moving my hands and legs all night like I was working.
There are over 80 different types of sleep disorders, ranging from nightmares and sleepwalking to snoring and insomnia. Patients usually have a poor sleep cycle and tend to be overweight.
Within sleep, there's REM sleep and non-REM sleep. And you can have, those should be all separate, and you go from one to the other. Occasionally they get mixed up, and people have fragments of REM sleep when they're awake, which can be seen in narcolepsy, and they can fall to the ground with weakness.
Other disorders are triggered by chemical imbalances, certain foods, and alcoholic drinks. Sometimes a sleep disorder can be so severe that...
One of the other physicians had a patient who snored so loudly on a submarine that another submarine picked him up on sonar.
Sharon Lichter, Eyewitness News 11.
Tomorrow night in part 2 of Searching for Sleep, we'll show you how to detect sleep disorders and how to treat them.
Mary Lou, Shayla, smile.
With all the care you put into taking those pictures, bring your film somewhere that'll put as much care into developing them. Your Revco drugstore. We offer premium film processing. You'll get your pictures back the next day, or they're free. You'll get the sharpest, brightest photos and index prints. Organize all your photo memories.
Daddy!
Revco, a friend for life. Big! It's so big!
You'll be amazed, too, at the Berber Spectacular at Stone Mountain's Carpet Mill Outlet. Bigelow made a ton of top-quality Berber for a retail chain to sell at up to $24 a square yard. Now they can't sell it fast enough, so Bigelow's giving it to us to sell at just $6.92 a yard. Over 70% off retail. Shop early for best choice of colors and make no payments, pay no interest for 12 months. Shop now at Stone Mountain's Carpet Mill Outlet, Andrew Johnson Highway east of Walmart in Greenville.
You come to Home Depot, you want lawn and garden, we've got it.
Small plants, big plants, you got your trees.
Lawn mowers, we have shovels, rakes, any type tool that's pertaining to lawn and garden, we have it.
We make sure that every garden department has certified nursery people.
We're experts.
You get fresh plants, plus you'll get the lowest prices in town, and that we guarantee.
Care for your lawn with our exclusive new line of Scott's lawn tractors and walk-behind mowers at the guaranteed low price every day at the Home Depot.
Looking for a better night's sleep? Then don't miss Zach's incredible sleep sale this Friday and Saturday, where you'll find all famous name mattress sets at the guaranteed lowest prices, like this Deluxe Firm Sealy Posturepedic Queen or full-size set, only $348, or the Sealy Backsaver Classic, only $299 Queen or full-size sets. Plus, when you buy this weekend, you pay nothing down, no payments, and free interest for 1 full year at Zach's Furniture in Boones Creek in downtown Kingsport.
The major leaguers are just getting into it, but at the high school level, it's tournament time already.
Right. Single A right now, and Triple A will get started sometime next week. The District 1A high school baseball tournament got underway today, and the University High Junior Bucks got their state tournament drive off on the right foot. While hosting the Huskies of North Green, the Junior Bucks needed only 4.5 innings to advance to the next round. As we take you to Mooney Field on the UTSU campus, where the Junior Bucks were in command from the get-go. In the 4th inning, Burt McFadden added to his team's 6-0 lead with a shot between 2nd and 3rd. That drove in Richie Wiseman to make it 6-zip. In the 5th inning, Ricky Connor took over with his short chop right up the gut. Brent Penley can't handle the throw to first. Chris Magada scores. Junior Bucks led 10-0. That's how it would end. They go on to win the first game, that final 10-0. On the Major League Baseball diamond, the Atlanta Braves owner Ted Turner was at Synergy Field to watch his Braves face the Reds, and the Bravos' Michael Tucker must like playing there because he jacked this one out of the yard for a solo blast. Atlanta led 1-0. Then the Braves' Javi Lopez extended that lead to 3-0 when he cranked this pitch over the wall for a 2-run blast. The Braves would later add one more before sending Reds manager Ray Knight into a frenzy over balls and strikes. I mean, Ray just lost his mind today and got tossed out of the game. Braves go on to beat the Reds today, that final 4-2. Dodgers over Philadelphia by 5. Pittsburgh over San Francisco by 1. Montreal 4 better than Houston. At Busch Stadium today, the St. Louis Cardinals hosted the Florida Marlins. And the Marlins sent Alex Fernandez to the mound, but in the second, the Cardinals' Mark Swaney smacks a double that would score 2 runs. The Cards led 2-0. They would go on to win this contest, that final 3-2. San Diego over the Mets by 4. Colorado beat Chicago by 1. Anaheim and Boston just underway. When the gates open on Saturday for the Kentucky Derby, legendary trainer and winning trainer of the previous 2 Kentucky Derbies, D. Wayne Lucas, will have only 1 entry. But as Fred Coggill reports, it won't cut down on his chances to win another Derby.
Wayne's World, party time, excellent!
Okay. Right, excellent.
Excellent. Woo! Okay, extreme close-up. Wah!
There have been excellent extreme close-ups on Wayne's World since 1995, when he began dominating the Triple Crown with Thunder Gulch's Kentucky Derby win. Then, last year, Grindstone not only gave Lucas an unprecedented 6th straight Triple Crown race win, but made him just the 5th trainer to ever win back-to-back derbies.
We're not worthy! Wayne's World!
Lucas started the year with an unbelievable 23 horses, mainly in Florida and California.
We've been in it a lot, and we've had great success.
Lucas hadn't missed a Derby since 1981, but time was running out. Wrightwood was blown out of the bluegrass. So Deeds Not Words was the last of the 23 starters left alive. So the show must go on, sooner or later, without Wayne's World. But that's okay, as long as Lucas is still around for He Is Great Theater.
Okay, that's all the time we have for this week. Until then, good night.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Garth.
Wayne's World, party time, excellent.
And we're clear.
Right.
Okay, excellent show, everyone.
Right. Excellent.
All right.
Probably doesn't go with his personality, but you got to watch this guy.
Oh, you know Mr. Lucas
Right.
called for that, huh?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks, Kenny. There's more to come.
Stay with us.
At 360 Communications, we know that making a commitment isn't always easy. That's why we're offering a 30-day free trial of our cellular service. Sign up now and you'll get a free cellular phone. And look what else you get. Try it for a month. If you're not happy, you can return it. Unlike some other things in life. The 30-day free trial from 360. No commitment, no kidding. Visit 360 the Cellular Store today.
The world's largest carpet warehouse is moving. Clear them out. This week only at New York Carpet World, get awesome clearance prices on a huge selection of carpets. Clear them out. Extreme price cuts on truckload after truckload of beautiful carpet. Clear them out. And padding's free with all of it. What's more, there's no down payment and no payments for 1 full year. You don't pay a penny till May 1998. The world's biggest carpet warehouse is moving. Clear them out. But after this week, it's over. New York Carpet World. With selection and savings like this, why shop anywhere else?
I probably buy 20,000 books a year and resell the same amount. Every book sale offers a new opportunity for a treasure hunt. Well, you try to find a lot of the older first editions. It's a pretty nice book. It's in great shape. It's almost 30 years old. This is a good find. Last year I drove 115,000 miles. I cut back this year and I only drove 75,000 miles. Pretty good car. Well, my life is very unconventional. I just don't stop learning. I just carry it forward.
Hey, you know what's cool? Hill's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday prices are as low as other stores' sale prices. You pay less at Hill's.
The Big Bike Blast means low prices at Hill's during National Bike Month. Get a great deal on a men's or ladies' 26-inch Huffy Tundra ATV 21-speed bike for just $99.97 with free professional assembly. You'll also find a great selection of accessories, including helmets, knee pads, and child seats.
Save every way, save every day at Hills.
Time now for a preview of what we're working on for you tonight at 11. A new leader will take the reins in Johnson City tonight. We'll have the story.
And they've declared their innocence and are now turning to the public to find their child's killer. We'll have more on the JonBenet Ramsey murder case. These stories and more, join us tonight for Eyewitness News at 11.
And Mark, how about our weather?
We've got a great evening shaping up. Fair skies, 43 tonight for a low temperature. Another great day tomorrow with a high at 75 degrees. Watch out for more rain, though, by tomorrow night.
Okay, nice and warm, though.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, real quick, Kenny.
Philadelphia 76ers Allen Iverson has been named the top rookie in the NBA this past year. He averaged about 23 points a game.
Big numbers for a rookie.
Yes.
There you go.
That's Eyewitness News on a Thursday evening. Thank you for joining us.
Join us again tonight at 11. Good night.
The parents of